on the tail end of like our major classroom discussions on your community projects. Now, I am always available to discuss things further, to hash things out with you, but I do strongly recommend that you make sure that you check your due dates in D2L. Wrong learning platform, in D2L, right? The next thing that you have that's really up is your official project location. I know a number of you have an assumed location, but we need verification to make sure that is where you're gonna be doing your program. That is important so that you can make sure that you're moving forward and your efforts are going towards something that's going to happen. And then we went over goals and objectives last week. I also sent an announcement with some more examples, which that lives under your goals and objectives content also. Now we're going to talk about your project content and evaluation methods. So we're going to go to your Word document you've been working on, right? You get the goals and objectives are done. And then for your planning portion, what I'm going to be looking at is number 8 through 11. You need to know what your audience involvement and their participation is. Like, what is the audience literally going to be doing while you are doing your program, right? Tell me what's going to happen. There might be a few different things that they are doing. They might be listening. They might be watching. They might be doing something, right? So make sure that you're letting me know what is the audience's involvement. Think of this planning part, especially, and the whole document really is, if someone wanted to replicate your program, they could, okay? You need to write down how much time your program is going to take. What have you discussed? How much time is available, right? That affects a lot of times how long your program is going to be. Most of your programs are not going to be more than an hour at most. Then you're also going to list the materials and any equipment that you need. So are you going to get props? Are you going to make props? You're going to use a PowerPoint, make a poster? Do you need a projector? Do you need a laptop, right? Are you going to make pamphlets? Are you making videos? Are you going to use videos that already exist? What are those videos? Anything that falls into that category. So any materials and equipment that you're going to be using. You do not need to, if you're making a pamphlet or you're making a PowerPoint, you don't need to put the PowerPoint in this Word document, but put down that you're doing a PowerPoint and what's it going to cover, right? Give me a little summary of what it's going to be. Now, the outline of your program is really how you want it to flow, right? What are you going to start with? You're going to do introductions. Hopefully, you tell everybody who you are. So an introduction may be the first thing that you're going to do. Then you may tell them what your program's about. And then you are probably going to do your pre-questions within the beginning. Then what are you going to do? Are you going to show them a video? Are you going to talk to them? Are you going to give them a PowerPoint? Are you going to use pictures? Are you going to, right, have them try something, right? So what are you going to do there? And then what's the next thing? And what's the next thing? Most likely, one of the last things that you should be doing are your post questions. Right? So this outline is really giving you an idea. Your outline is also going to help you divide up who's doing what whenever you guys begin to practice and prepare more specifically for your program, right? You're going to know the flow, the outline of what's going to happen first, second, third, fourth, and then you can break that down on who's going to do what, right? You can include that in here if you would like. You can update it later too. Now, then you also have your evaluation. 8 through 11 is a separate submission from 12. A lot of times students get both of these done at the same time. They really meld together and happen all at once. Your evaluation is going to be a pre and post questionnaire. You let me know how you are going to do these questionnaires. Are you going to have people fill them out? Are you going to have them raise their hands? Right? So it depends on the age and the setting of your program. Right? So pre and post questions do not have to be identical. However, they should be related. You need at least 3 of each. 5 is a good number. 10 is your absolute max per pre and 10 post. That's a lot of questions though. 5 is a very good number to aim for. Usually most students can, within that 5, maybe 6, if you really like an even number, can get their, really evaluate their program, right? But we don't want to be cumbersome. You don't want the pre and post questions to take up too much time of your program, but they are helpful and valuable in understanding what your participants knew ahead of time, which may affect maybe some stories that you use during your program, right? You might tweak things a little bit. And then your post questions let you know what they learned, what they took away from it, right? So that is the basics of your planning and your evaluation phases. This is the fun part. So again, I am available anytime you need me. If we need more in-depth time, we can set up specific office hours, but you can always email me. If you submit an assignment and it's before the due date, and then you decide that you would like to edit it, you're welcome to do that up until the due date. If I have already graded it and you resubmit, let me know. Just shoot me an email and I will regrade it. All right. I do plan, like there, you can see there are some assignments that have been submitted already. I try to get on top of these pretty quickly because a lot of times if you have submitted them ahead of time, it's because your program is coming up quick. So let me know also if we're getting close on a deadline and you need some feedback from me right away on something that you submit. Because I know sometimes just timing, your locations want you soon. Okay, but check out those dates, use that form, and I'm always available when you need me.